Many of you are aware of the audit that is currently taking place in Arizona. This has been an ongoing situation and has recently come to kind of a front now that they have this organization that is conducting this audit. And of course, there's some challenges along the way as well. So before I get into the story, just a quick reminder to like this video, to subscribe to the channel. But the best way you can help me out here is to share this video. So let's get into a little bit about what's going on here. You have there was this previous judge, the first judge that was supposed to be doing this case in the first place. And that judge stepped down because I guess there was some possible conflict of interest dealing with one of the lawyers that was also a part of the firm that's doing the audit in the first place. So what is happening now is that there's this new judge that is in charge of everything. And this guy is, let's just say they're not the best person for the job because they have associations with previous Democrat people. So reports are that the new judge in the Democrats' latest attempt to prevent the Senate's audit of the 2020 results was assigned by former Democrat Governor Janet Napolitano. So this is a problem because that same person, Janet there, is the former governor and Obama's Secretary of Homeland Security. So we already are seeing more pieces fall into place that are going to make this process a lot more difficult because the more that you have Democrats that are in these positions, especially people that have Democrat associations, the harder it's going to be to actually get the results that we're looking for out of this actual audit right now. And we don't want more Democrats in this situation at all because they've done everything that they can to actually stop this process from happening. We've seen them do everything. Now, if you've been following kind of the general gist of what's been happening in this audit, they've been using the ultraviolet things to scan the ballots and all of that. So, you know, at the end of the day, the reason why this is important, because I know that this is one of those situations where it's just another audit. What are they trying to do here? What's the goal and what's the point? But to me, really what this comes down to is that this sets a precedent for the rest of either what took place in the entire country, and it also sets a precedent for doing audits in other states and validation of doing audits in other states as well. If you ask me, all 50 states should be audited because it doesn't matter where it's at. You know, if we're actually looking to see exactly what took place in this past election, we need to, or to confirm what we know, we need to actually have these audits in place so that we can actually have the hard proof evidence right there in front of what's actually taking place. Now, what difference will it make? I'm not sure. But what we are seeing right now is that this judge is going to make this process a little bit more difficult because they are significantly worse than the first judge. But we're also seeing that Democrats are continuing to lay pieces in place to make this process as difficult as possible. Why are they doing that? Probably because they have something to hide. Of course, they're going to tell you that they don't because no, we're Democrats. We're completely innocent in all of this. We're just going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that you cannot do this audit whatsoever. And we'll just kind of ignore, obviously, for whatever reason, that they're just being very, very, very protective of all of this, that they're fighting tooth and nail to stop this process. Once again, this is something that I think, regardless of whether you're Democrat or Republican, you should be fighting for because the integrity of our elections is at stake. Regardless, this is a great process that's actually taking place if they will allow them to actually do it and abide by their own processes and methods to do that. But this, regardless of what side you're on, should be something that you want. You want transparency. If you're a Republican, clearly you want the proof to show there's a lot of this stuff happening in this past election that makes Biden, look a little suspicious. If you're on the Democrat side, you want to have proof, hard evidence that Biden is confirmed as the president. Regardless of the situation, you would want to know for a fact, know for certain what the reasoning is behind this actual audit. You want the results and should want the results. So we'll see where this goes. I think there's going to be a lot of updates as things continue to trudge away. They're supposed to be apparently doing the hearing, I think, today. So I'll definitely keep you updated if any developments come out of that also. But with that being said, I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.